Hi everyone, welcome to this very short introduction video to the Vida affiliate account. For persons who are watching, you may have received an email containing your login credential, the URL, password, and an invitation to view this video. What we want you to also know, a few persons may have not gotten this information as yet, and you can actually create your own account by visiting the URL https://app.redz.com/login and simply click the join redz to create your account. Follow the instructions. You will fill in your name, your email address, create your password. You will select an account. They will ask if you're a supplier or an agent. You will select agent, then you will select the type of agent account that you want, and the account type would be affiliate, and then just go through the rest of the process to create the account by adding your company information or your details as needed. For those who already have a login, you will enter your email address and your password, click login, and it will take you to a landing page. Your landing page will look a little bit different than the one that is being displayed here because my login information is actually associated with more than one account. So for this purpose, we'll be selecting an affiliate account, which is, it says here, which is Tours. For the landing page, most of you will land on your dashboard, which is basically a page that gives basic information on the performance of your account over the last couple of days. Products that you have liked or reservations that you recently made. So for example, if you recently booked the Bob Marley Mausoleum or Museum tour, it will be displayed here. In this case, it's showing products that we have liked, and that is something that I will be showing you how to do a little bit later on. Other information that is displayed is your bookings information, stuff that is happening today, stuff that is happening tomorrow. If you select the drop down arrow and click tomorrow, or since there are no reservations on this account, then it will say hi, your name, you don't have any bookings tomorrow, and the option to start booking. The section to that will give you, to the right, sorry, will give you information on any notification, any messages that have been sent to you. Essentially, you're seeing two messages here that says Vida added a new product, Dunsborough Falls Adventure Tour, and 11 products to your rates. So it wants to notify you that there are new rates that are available to you, or it wants to let you know that you have access to special rates that are offered by a supplier. The section below that is the recent actions or the action log. It basically gives the 10 last actions that were taken on your account. The actions are basically anything that affects a change on your account. If something was done, saved, something was updated, it will note that this was done by whoever did it at whatever time. One of the good features about this for persons who are working rather than an individual but as a group or two or more persons having access to the account, you can actually, rather than both persons having one login, you can actually add a user to your account, and that person will have their own login. Okay, so you will both be able to see who is doing what and when they have done it, so that you don't get confused or do the same thing twice or more than two times. So the good thing is your dashboard gives you a basic overview, and the page will show some tabs located to the left that is giving you many options. Before we get into the menu options, I just want to do a brief introduction to El Salvador. El Salvador is a local destination management company and tour operator. What we do is supply a large selection of tours and transportation, as well as vacation services. This includes hotels, vacation packages, day passes, and the customers that we supply to this are from a wide cross section. They're both local customers as well as international customers. And we also supply to companies who sell to other persons as well as agents just like yourself. The company has been around for a number of years, and we have garnered a reputation of delivering great service. So this is one of the reasons why we are rated 5-star on TripAdvisor, and we have gotten excellent reviews from our customers. So we want to maintain that standard. So this is the purpose of the video, is ensuring that you understand your account, how it functions, how you're going to present the information to the potential customers, so that we can maintain that standard throughout the process. So let's just get that back to the menu options. You're seeing your dashboard, which we just reviewed. You also have the marketplace, the orders, customers, reports, integrations, and settings tab. The marketplace and the integration tab, I'll be doing that last because this is where the bulk of the information will be coming from, and we want to ensure that we just get everything else out of the way so that we can get to those and focus on those. So let's just jump into the orders tab. The orders tab, as it says, is a tab that gives the information on all the orders that have been associated with your account. Orders that were made through links that you shared, orders that you made yourself, whatever the source of the reservation, it will be showing up here. And one of the great things about your affiliate account is that every single product that is associated with your account has its own unique tracking code. So this allows us to say, okay, John Black has gotten a reservation and it will be showing up in his account. We were notified as well. And the great thing about this is that once the reservation comes in, you don't have to worry. We will take everything from there in terms of customer service, making contact with the customer, making sure that everything is done for them at the highest possible standard available. We want to ensure that they have a great experience, and we want to ensure that you have a great experience working with us. For the customer tabs, as they said, it gives you a list of your customers. What is important to remember as it relates to customers is that customer information is confidential information. Anyone who has access to your account needs to understand this. So if you add a user, they need to understand that the customer information is confidential, it's private, it should not be shared to anyone outside of your working group. And another thing to note is that you should not be making unsolicited contact with the customer. For example, if they've made their reservation, everything from there will be handled by Vida. So at this point, unless the customer contacts you directly, you're not supposed to be contacting them. And if they do contact you, what you simply do is just say, hi, they definitely understand. What you can do is use the link that was provided to you in your email, or reply to the email, because the contact details for Vida is in the email that they receive as their confirmation. And just encourage them to reach out to us, give us a call, and we'll be happy to provide them with all the answers that they need or the recommendations that they're asking for. If it's information that you know based on what is provided to you in the product itself, you can give them that, but the first choice is always to refer them to Vida using the contact information that is provided to them on their voucher. The case where a customer or a potential customer has not made a reservation, is asking for information. If you are not aware of the answer, most of these interactions will be by email or maybe a messaging service on, say, social media, or through a contact form on your blog or website. You can simply forward the information to us, and we will respond to the customer on your behalf, and We will ensure that if the customer is going to go ahead and book, they will be booking using the link that is available to them from your affiliate account. For the next tab, which is the reports tab, as it says, basically a reporting function of your account will give you reports based on the sales that you have made by the order or by the products. By the order, it's basically a list of orders that you've made. You will have your navigating options that will enable you to display very representations of your reports. For example, you can adjust the timeline, you can adjust the stores, you can adjust the status of the reservation, and I believe that you'll be seeing a graph representation of what is happening in terms of your order sales. In terms of your sales by products, this one essentially gives the same thing as the order, but it is sorted based on the types of products that are being sold. For example, you might see that you have more reservations, for example, with the Blue Hole tour which is located in Ocherius. But what it does give valuable information on what your top sellers are, what are the tours that you're selling the least of, so that you can decide as an affiliate person who is operating your business in an online space, what you want to focus on sharing, what you want to, if you decide that, okay, I'm going to focus on the stuff that I can get the most out of the top sellers, then you can focus on your top sellers. But top sellers are top sellers for a reason. They are highly searched, highly appealing. So stuff that are not selling as hot as the top sellers, you can spend a little bit more time refining your approach, refining the information that you're giving to the customer, communicating to the potential customer. And one of the things I need to mention, as I've been mentioning potential customers, is that your approach is extremely important. Persons take aversion to somebody who is just trying to sell them stuff without making that personal connection. So what you want to be is more sociable. You want to be more informative. You're approaching them with the intention of selling them, but the conversation that you're having does not seem like you're trying to sell them something. What you're trying to do is just welcome them, say that Jamaica is great, Jamaica has this many things to offer, I'm sure you're gonna have a great time when you come. Where are you going? What are some of the things that you plan to do? Are you gonna visit the Duns River Falls? The Duns River Falls is, in Ocherius, is one of the largest falls in the Caribbean, and it's the only climbable falls in the world. So you want to just give them these kind of information and say, if you would like to, go on a tour to the Duns River from your hotel, this is actually a recommended option that you can use to make your reservation. The company is a very reliable, safe, secure company, and they offer a lot of great tours and transportation services in the area, especially Duns River Falls. You will have a great time, I'm sure of it. That's your approach to the customer. Okay. For the My Commissions tab, My Commissions basically gives you a list of commissions that are coming your way. These have not been paid to you as yet, and it's just as it is, a list. For the invoices, or My Invoices section, My Invoice is basically a list of invoices for every single reservation that has been made associated with your account. The reservations will give the information on customer number, persons in the group, the order number, the tour or the transportation service or the day pass, whatever it is that they are making a reservation for. It will give that information. The amount on the order and your commission that is due to you. It will also give the due date for the payment and any additional information that is relevant to you. For the bank reconciliation tab, basically this is a list that gives you past payments. gives you a list of all the orders, all the payments that you have gotten to date. So while My Commission gives you upcoming payments, Bank Reconciliation gives you payments that have been already paid out to you. Okay. As I mentioned, the marketplace and the integration tabs are two tabs that we'll be spending the most time on, and you will not be doing them right now. We're just going to move to the settings tab. The setting tab is especially important to the user of the account. This is where you do your basic profile. If you need to add additional information, you will be selecting edit my profile. You can do your company name. If you want to change your company name from what you initially signed up with or what was initially assigned to you, you can do that. If you have a website, you can add your website URL. If you're not in agreement with the original Redzi URL that was assigned, or if you need to, change the one that you have already created, you can do so simply by clicking this option, and you type the option that you want and it will assign it. The Redzi URL is basically a free basic website. It's very basic in its component, and it's like a website that you can direct persons to if needed to make a reservation or to view a selection or different categories of options available to them. You can also add your contact details. What we suggest is adding as little personal contact information as possible, more of a business contact. If you are going to say you're not available between certain hours, or you're only available at certain hours, you want to communicate this as well, even though it's optional. For persons who have a registered business, if you want to put that information there as well, you can. And creating your basic company description is also very important, because persons who are interacting you might be able to find this information, and it's good to have it out there. You can add your company logo, you can add your YouTube channel, you can add your business address if you have one. And what's the good thing about this is that you can geotag your location using a Google map. For your social media, you can add that information as well. So for example, if someone makes a reservation using one of the products that are associated with your account, if they click the social media tab that is on that product, it will take them to your social media page, not El Vida. And that's one of the key features about the affiliate account, is that even though the customer is being taken care of by El Salvador, they're recognizing that you are the source of this income, and you should have priority in terms of the feedback and stuff like that as it relates to the experience of the guest. Once you've done all of your updates, you can simply click Save Company, and that information will be updated to your account. For the other tabs, just to point out, the email, billing plan, regional settings, and online payment, these are settings that you will hardly ever use. They're not settings that are pertinent to your account. As a matter of fact, the online payment option is actually not applicable to your account, because all payments are processed automatically by El Salvador, which is a supplier. And this will basically mean that once a reservation is made, we collect the money, the system automatically sends the commission to you, and the rest of the money is sent over to our account so that we can deliver the service as promised. The regional settings, as it says, is the settings of your location. If you're in Jamaica, it will specify that with regional settings. My apologies, I just misclicked the online payments. As you can see, it says this feature is not available on your plan. Regional settings gives the information on the location, your language, your just basic information, your currency, US dollars, and order numbers are alphanumeric. You want to ensure that these settings are correct, and then once they're set, you don't have to go back to them at all. The billing and plan, Even though I mentioned billing, it's not a case where you will charge for anything because your affiliate account is free, which means $0 charge. So you want to add your billing address if you have not already done that during the sign up process. And for persons who got their pre-created account, their billing information is not on the account, so they'll need to set that up. Once you set that up, you save billing information and you're good to go. The users tab is an important tab for you because this is a tab that will allow you to manage the users that have access to your affiliate account. For the demonstration of this, you will see two users on the account. One is the CEO, one is the marketing manager. The role on the account is owner, meaning they have all access rights to the account. They can do all the changes that the owner, the CEO can do. You have ways that you can restrict this, but you basically just select the role of the person. You have different roles, and it explains what access each roles have when you're creating the users. The next important thing is password. For persons who would like to have their password reset, those who especially got pre-created accounts, they will need to reset their password, and this is where they do that. Simply click the user. To the top right, you will notice that it has a email password reset. You click that and click OK, and you'll receive confirmation that the password reset email has been sent to the user. Once that is sent, they simply follow the instructions in the email and change the password. The email section, you'll not be using that, but essentially what it does, it gives the email logs, basic email templates, and it says this is not a feature that is on your account because all communication by email through the products will be done by Vida. And what you only need to understand and to know is that our interest is ensuring that the customer has the greatest experience they can with us, that the customer is satisfied, and a satisfied customer means recommendations, reviews, and reviews means potentially more business. And what we do is ask the customers to refer the product that they were originally exposed to their friends, to their families. And in doing so, it means that your link, your product that is on your account is being referred to other persons, meaning more potential income. Okay, so we're just gonna go back. The last tab is action logs. Action logs, as it says, is a log of the actions that are taken on your account. It gives the action, the date and time, the user that has done it, and what type of action it is. What is really great about this is that if you have multiple users on your account, you'll be able to follow what each user is doing, and you are also able to avoid replicating the same thing or doing the same thing over and over. So for example, if there is a log, you can simply look at it and it says that this product was added to this category or that category. You don't want to go back and try to add start the process and then get to the category and realize it's already there. You just wasted a few minutes doing something that was already done. So having this is a good thing to check on. For the important sections now is the marketplace and integrations. We're going to start with the marketplace. The marketplace is, as it says, when you think of marketplace products, services, what is being sold. And in this section you have a number of tabs, but the main tabs for you are the tours and activities, find suppliers, my categories, and the settings tab. The first tab you want to go to is the settings tabs. Reason being, this is where you're going to add your banking details. This is where you're going to add the muchacho for getting your payments. This is where it's gonna make you happy. to be an affiliate with us. This account has gone through the banking setup process. So what I'm going to do is just switch to an account that has not, just give you a complete overview of what this page looks like. Okay, so marketplace and my settings. So when you get onto this page, you will notice it has nice bright yellow currency conversion. As an agent, you will receive commission payments in supplier currency. El Salvador's currency is US dollars, so currency conversion and transfer fees may apply. So if it is that you have set up to receive payment in Jamaican, whatever the fees are and the conversion rate associated with your bank, that's what's going to apply to your transaction. So we recommend that you maintain the same currency US. And if you do not have a US account, what we also recommend is that you create a Payoneer account to receive your payments. Now Payoneer, let me just open a new tab. You can simply go to google.com, right? If you are not familiar with Payoneer, for those who already have a Payoneer account, awesome. But for those who don't, you simply type Payoneer, right? Search. Once Payoneer, you will see that you simply just click Payoneer, going to their website, and if you don't have an account, sign up. Simply go through the sign up process, enter your information, and provide the documents that they're requesting from you, which is usually just a valid government ID. You can use your Jamaican address. They will be sending you a MasterCard, a Payoneer MasterCard, which is like a prepaid credit card, meaning it has money added to it, and that money that is being added to that card will be coming from your commissions from El Salvador. Okay? So let's just jump back to the affiliate account, and you will see your payment terms that will let you know when you'll be getting the funds released to your Payoneer account. And the next thing it will ask you to do is to accept the vendor agreement. The vendor agreement is basically your contract. The contract, I will most recommend, or definitely recommend, that you read this contract. It will give you all the information you need on how your account functions in relation to us, how your account functions in relation to what rights you have as an affiliate agent, and how your account functions as it relates to Red Sea. And this is important so you understand what are your terms and conditions, what are your restrictions, what you have to do in terms of sales, and how commissions work, payment fees. All of this information is inside this agreement. And once you have read through, you simply just scroll back to the top, hit the X, and then you can click accept. And if you have not filled out your billing information, your billing address, you'll be required to do so. Once you have done that, you simply click save, and then it will automatically prompt you to add your banking information. So I'm just gonna go to an account that has the stages for the banking information in process. I will just go here. So the page that would pop up once you have updated your billing information would look something like this. So it have the Red Sea logo and as well as a Payoneer logo. You will simply add your name and the email address that is associated with your Payoneer account. So notice it's the email address that is associated with your Payoneer account, and you may have a different email for your login for your affiliate account. So you want to ensure that you're using the correct email. Once you enter the email, it will take you to the next step, which is adding your details on your account, which is for Payoneer, a Bank of America account. It's usually a checking account. You add your ATA number, your account number, and you move on to the next step. Once you complete this, it will go into a phase where they basically review and then approve the addition of the account. So they're gonna speak with the Pioneer people or the Bank of America people to ensure that this is a valid account and you are able to receive payment. Once that is done, you will receive a notification that basically lets you know that your account has been added and you're ready to receive payments. The My Categories tabs is basically a section where you can create categories for what you're going to offer. If you are going to be focusing on a specific region, for example Montego Bay, you can say Montego Bay Tours as a category. So you click new category, you type Montego Bay Tours as the name of the category. And one thing is going to be important. If it is that you are going to be using the Red Sea URL as a website, then you need to ensure that this category is public. Customers are able to view it when they go to that URL. If that's not the case for persons who are just going to be plugging into their website, you can simply uncheck the public box and make it a private category. And this means that once you share the link to that category or link it to your website, when someone clicks it, they're not going to be seeing other categories that you have created. They're just going to be seeing that specific category that you are referring to. So for example, if you're doing Ocho Rios and Montego Bay and Negril, when you are talking about Montego Bay on your web page, on your website, on your blog, whatever it is, and you link the category for Montego Bay to that blog, when the customer clicks that link and it takes them to that category page, they will only be seeing the category for Montego Bay. Okay, so that's the categories page. Your profile, essentially the same. Once you've created your initial profile before, it will be similar to what is being shown. So if you create your profile on your settings, some of the information will be transitioned here, and that will be able to view it, anyone that views your profile here. The agent section, you're not really going to be working with other agents unless you recruit them to work on your account with you. But this section is for finding other agents that have already created their account, which is not something you'll be using. The Find Supplier section now is the tab that you will be using, and what is important here is that you search for El Sol Vida if it is not already pre-linked to your account. You type EL space SOL space Vida or VIDA and hit search. It will take you to the list, and it will have one supplier found. And let me just get this over to here so that we can, alright, just about here, yeah. Alright, great. So have a supplier, you will see an option to the right here. In your case, because you're just signing up your account and getting things started, it will say request negotiated rate. Simply click that and it will show a message that says request send, and from there you simply just click the forward arrow here to just view El Sol Vida in the profile version. Let me just see that coming up. So it gives you a basic overview of El Sol Vida, how many products we have to offer, which is 208 products, 280, sorry. Contact information, you can actually message us or social media stuff. So it's really, send a message, you have that option. Now you want to click rates. It gives you a list of the products that are available and the rates and the commission that is available to you. This is just a list, and this is not really what you're going to be interacting with. the interaction will be where you click explore suppliers products. Now this section is going to give you a list of the products. Right, let's just wait for that to come up, and now this list will give you information that has the picture of the product, the name of the product, the lowest price, as well as a description. Now this description will essentially tell you what is included, what is excluded, and beside that to the right will give you options to select a date. Now this list is able to be used for bookings internally. You can actually click and make a booking for a customer. For affiliate accounts, what we highly recommend is allowing the customer to make the reservations themselves. This option is really for walk-in customers, where you just do it like this. For in the online space, what we want you to do is sending them a link or referring to a category of options if they're not exactly sure what they want. So if the customer is in Otrius and you want to recommend a selection of tours from Otrius, you send them the link to the category of Otrius, saying these are a selection of highly recommended tours from your location. Take a look and let me know what you think. If you're interested in an option, simply click that option and make your reservation, and you will receive instant confirmation. Okay. There's one thing that I forgot to mention, is that on the this section, when you're viewing the products, which is in the tours and activities tab, you have the option to like products. When you like a product, it becomes tagged to your account. It's easier to find. So for example, you have a top seller, you want to like that so that somebody sends a request. You don't have to go through and spend a few minutes trying to find it. You simply get to the product, so you like it by clicking the heart once you found it, and you simply just go here and click the like option, and you will see the product. So this is for walking. For the case where you are going to be sending them a link, that would be from the admin section. But before we get to there, the kiosk is another option that is available for face-to-face potential sales. You can essentially display a kiosk on a tablet. The kiosk will show all of the tours that are available in a more condensed form, and a customer can simply use the tablet and select the tours they want, book, and fill out the booking form, which works in a way where they simply select the date that they want to do the tour, number of persons in their group, they click book now, fill out their customer information. Once they have filled out their customer information, they move to the next stage, which is paying. They enter their payment information, their credit card information, and if it is that they are uncomfortable adding their information directly to this, you can actually invest in a card swiper that you can actually attach to your mobile device, your tablet or your computer, and have them, you just swipe the card there, it will pre-fill out the information, and it will only display the last 4 digits of a person's card. So it goes with the same SSL security system that is for credit cards. They confirm payment, enter the email address that they want to receive their confirmation to, and that's it. The reservation process is complete. We will be notified, you will be notified, and from there Vida will take things. So let's just exit this and head back to the list view of the marketplace. Now your tab that we're going to be going to next is the admin tab. This tab is where you get a little bit of extra information on the commission, payment type. You can update the categories, you can open a booking form or integrate to your website. And just to show, this one says update categories. Down here it says add to category. So should I want to, add this to a category to showcase on my social media page or to my website, I select add to category from here. Select the category that I want. So you say select it's a day tour. You select private day tour, and it will be there. If it is that you did not create your categories as well and you're not sure what categories you wanted to create, but know that you're viewing the tours and you have an idea and you want to say this one is from Montego Bay, you want to, create a category, Montego Bay. You have your Montego Bay tours, and if it is that you're going to be using the Redzi URL as a website, then you're going to ensure that it's public. But if that's not the case, you can select private and then save. So I'm just going to leave it as public for now, and you notice that the option beside that has it as red means that the product has been assigned to that account or that category. And you just click X, and that's that. For persons who want to pull a specific link, so in the case where the customer is interested in one specific activity, you simply find the activity, click open in my booking form, and it will open the actual tour. Okay, and the customer can simply use this option when they have clicked the link to book the tour for whichever date they want to go through the book now. I will take them to this page. This option allows them to pay. Once they have paid, that's it. Okay, so I've exited the actual reservation form there, and it's gone to the page. So if you look at this, this is what the customer will be seeing when they are looking at your Redzi website. You're going to see private day tours, different categories that you have created. Every time that they click the category, they will be seeing what is being offered inside the categories. Okay, and they're able to make their reservation. I suggest using the option to organize, so placing the lowest displayed price at the top, and you get increasingly higher in price as you go down the list. Okay, I'll just exit that. I'm just going to want to go back to the marketplace. For the integrations tab, this is where it links back to your product. So let me just move up, and the integrations, notice it has my website, apps and payments. Integrate to my website is what you'll be clicking here, and it will take you to your integrations page. Your integration page, you might want to make a little bit of an update, and this is done by clicking your color scheme. We recommend using orange or red or blue. Blue is not really a recommendation, but it's acceptable. But orange and red are your two go-to colors, because these colors are synonymous with taking action, doing something urgent, book now, right? So your background color is whatever you want it to be. You can make the background color white, blue, yellow, whatever it is. You just select the color. We recommend going with the white background because it looks clean, it doesn't contrast the information that is displayed, it doesn't look confusing. if you're going with a color that doesn't work. So you can stick with the white, or using light colors, warm colors, tropical colors. Okay, nothing that is up in your face, distracting. You can do your home link. You don't have to. That's not really all that important. And once you have done that, you would be good to go. As you can see, this is your Redzi URL, and it's something that you would have created. By clicking it, it will take you to the Redzi website. You can add a banner to it if you want to. Simply do a header and select image or title or custom header if you are one of those technical persons who can code in your own header. But the idea is to have the an image and use a nice, very inviting image, something that represents what you have. So it could be a custom image that you have done, kind of like a collage, not too many images, or a single image and you edit and you add words and stuff. Persons who are gifted, just add your own little personal touch to it, and then you will make the dimensions of the image to match this dimension that is being asked here. Then you upload that, and that will become what the customer is seeing. So let me just move to one account that has a banner, just give you an idea of what the banner looks like. Okay, integrations, my website, and let me just click this. There we go. So we have nice banner image, and I have made the background color blue, but let's just revert back to a nice white background, and let's just save. Then let's just make a click to see what it looks like. So that's my banner, and then there's my categories below. See? So this is the idea that you want to give to the customers. Now, for the persons who are interested in technical coding, plugging the categories into their websites, not as hyperlink but as an actual component of their website. For doing this, you're going to be selecting simple web links from this drop down option. You are going to be, whether it's a product, whether it's a category, whatever it is, you will be selecting that. If it's a product, you select the product. For the category, you select the category. The option that says open in model is basically if you do not want the customer to be redirected to another page. It will stay on the same page, and the category will pop up as a pop-up. See? So that's what it looks like on the pop-up. So they're still on the Redzi page that I am on. It's just gonna pop up in front of them. Once they're finished, they click the X, or if they made a reservation, once they complete the reservation, it will exit automatically. And you can customize what the link will says. You can attach it to a photo. So for example, in on the Fun Tours website, where you see the option that says book private tours, by clicking this option, it takes them to another page. So for example, Otrius, when you click Otrius, they've linked the code that I've just shown you guys to the Otrius photo. Right, so this is the category for Otrius. What we want to do after that, so you can customize it. You can say book now, or Otrius tours. whatever it is you want to add there, but you want to make it simple so that they're able to understand what this is, click it and move to get into the product. So the product that you have, or category that you want to integrate to your website, this is the link that you will copy exactly as it is and then paste that into the section of the website through your back end to ensure that it goes. You save your settings, you test, ensure that everything is where you want it to be in terms of position, and once everything is good, you are okay. Okay, so this is the other form. Instead of using the category or the product link to hyperlink it to your page or whatever it is, this is for the persons who are tech savvy and want to do a full-on integration into their website. This concludes the use of the affiliate agent account. If you have questions, please leave your questions and comments below. We'll be happy to respond to them. Thank you, and do enjoy the rest of your day.